So, what we need for building an O-gauge loco out of card. First things first, plans. These are for Tally Flynn, which this will be a build project of. I will be building a Skarloey alongside this, but it's because they're the same loco essentially. They are the same plan, they're just scaled up to the right size, and yeah, so that's plans. So plans aside, let's put them down here actually. Next you'll need tracing paper. Why? Because if I bring the plans back, so you can trace a part and then cut it out. So that's tracing paper. You will need card, obviously. I've got 210, 480, and because it's the recommended thickness, 600 GSM. Actually, if I can get that to aim the camera right. I was just about to see it. I'm not too sure. But it's just saying 600 microns or GSM or whatever you want to call it, because it's up to you. Right, now here are the tools you'll need. Metal ruler or rule. Inches and centimetres both are going to be required because you need millimetres, because that's what people seem to work in nowadays. You will need pliers of multiple sorts. Clippy ones for if you need to clip things away, and pinchy ones for if you need to pick something up. So, pinchy pliers, I'll leave them there. Obviously, to cut the paper, you'll need craft knives. That would stay in. These were £1 from Pound World. Don't know whether they're still selling them. If they are, I'm going to stock up on some more of these because these are actually quite good. I mean, they feel cheap in hand, but they work really well. A Sharpie, because this will come in handy when you want to mark certain things for cutting out. If I can see my pen mug, which I can't actually. A pencil comes in handy, and a pen. I'm going to be using this pen because it was the first one I grabbed. So long as it's ballpoint, you're all good. You will also need screwdrivers and bits. I do have a different screwdriver lying about. I shall grab that for here later, but it helps to have bits as well. So with that screwdriver, I've actually got a set of screwdrivers which I know I've got nearby. They're under stuff anyway. So yeah, take them out for a second. You'll want glue obviously, because you need to glue it together. Super or PVA, it depends what your preference is. Files and things for when you need to file certain things down. A pin vise for if you need to put things in, so like buffers and details. Set of tweezers. It's always good for if you do something fiddly. Sellotape for rough holding together. A motor assembly. In this case, a backroom Percy, which I only have a back branch line one to hand, but essentially that without the body on it. That's what you've got on the table. So when fully assembled, this will be a backroom Percy. You can only order these from America realistically, but you can get them from places like Tootley Thomas and the Diesel Works. And of course you need a back axle for the bogie, which is where this wheel comes in. Place that with the chassis, so that can go to one side for now because we don't need that. And last but not least, some good music material to listen to. Electric Light Orchestra, Chameleon Circuit and Madness are all good things to listen to. But I won't be listening to these. When the time lapses come, I'll be listening to some of the Ruby soundtrack. But these are good options if you want to listen to music, so yeah. Anyway. And that's it for what you need. Like I say, music it helps, but yeah. So to start with, so on these plans, I shall point with a pencil, you have this running board. That's what I'm going to start with for this particular recording session. But you can start wherever you feel like it. I am only starting there because I don't feel quite safe enough doing the cab yet, because there are things that you need certain tools for that I don't have right now, so I'll probably add something extra to that bit in a second, because you need a circle cutter and calipers. That'll be added to the end. So you need the circle cutter for the boiler, and you need the calipers for making sure that you've got the curve right. But as a rule, it's always easy to start with the flattest thing. And for me, that is the running board. So I shall start that in a minute. Let's talk about scaling quickly. Scaling for model railways is essentially having two locos the same size for that particular scale. If you were to have two different locos of different sizes on the same scale, and then like everything's it wouldn't work. You wouldn't fit anything on. Double O and HO, however, they seem to they run on the same track, but they're different sizes. This is classed as HO in America, which is what the Percy is classed as. In fact, I have a Thomas packaging right here. This will help. Where is it? So yeah, it says for use on HO double O track up in that top corner there. Ugh, I'm not used to doing this. But it says it's for HO/00, which means that essentially HO and double O run the same. So yeah, you have the same track, but they don't share the same scale. This is double O rather than what it says between double O and HO. But that's why we use plans. Plans are what stop us from going over or under scale. And scaling them correctly helps as well. This is the same size as the O-gauge Thomas that's in the image now. But if you look at the Thomas that is below and the one that's above, the bigger one is the one that I got wrong. That was trying to scale it off of the range Thomas for this. Or the Thomas, because it was double O, not O, or HO, whatever you want to call it. So, yeah. You're always better to have the scale the right size. That's why you're better off using plans that are pre-scaled. So, tracing and cutting, right? That's where you'll need this and those. The plans, obviously, and you will want your tracing paper and the card of your choosing. I'm going to be using the 600 GSM for the current part because it makes more sense. But whatever you use at this point is up to you. Bear in mind that the thinner the card, the worse it will be for stability. Okay, so as you will see in the time lapse, I started doing the ends. The buffer beams. Right, methods for doing that. Get a bit of card. Yeah. to get a bit of card like this, fold it, and then draw the design on the front. Yes, there's a bit missing out of that, but there's a reason for that. It's because of the fact that I sort of cut that bit off by accident, and I have the bit right here. So there you go. Anyway, before I move on any more with this, I want to talk to you about glue types. As you can probably see in this bottom corner, we have 3 glues, 2 of which are PVA and 1 is super. PVA, or wood glue, is the option that my original mentor chose and still uses today. But you don't have to use PVA, you can use super glue. If you're an eagle-eyed watcher, you'll recognise the bottle shape. Then you've got 2 types of PVA glue bottles you can get. You can get one like this with a sort of thing that you'd find on a shampoo bottle. Mine's jammed because I've not used the glue in a while. Like so. I'll clear that out at some point. And then you've got this type, which is you twist the top and then you squeeze. That's obviously a lot freer. Before you use, you're better off shaking them up. I will be mostly using super glue because that's just my preference. Yeah. So that's glues for you. You can use other glues if you want. You don't have to use PVA and super glue, but because they're the recommended ones. Like if you can get card glue, that's probably a good idea, but it's really expensive. Whereas you can probably pick up a bottle of this from Poundland for about £1. So I got my stuff from Ryman, but that's because it's near my college. So hey ho. Curving card as well. Right, so curving card. This is a tricky one because it means well, I'm going to do the saddle tank here. But the reason it's annoying is because of the fact I've got to measure it around the saddle with the ruler. So you see how it's curved? I've got to somehow remember where that was and get around. So, I mean, it is half circular, so I could potentially use the whole pie thing, but actually I probably will do that. It might actually make sense. I just need to find the edge, so let's just grab the thing. So we have this card. Making a mess over this end. So we have a card, right? You need to make sure that it bends nicely that way rather than that way. Because if it bends properly that way, you need to recut. I'm lucky on this front because I got it the right way straight away. And yeah. In a second I shall be cutting the bit that this goes around. Everything's falling apart. So yeah, I'll be cutting the bit that this goes around, but best thing to do with this is just gently just work your fingers into it, or as John would do it, he'd do it like that, or some way like that. So that's the best way to get it to curve. Right then, chassis. There are many different types. There's Hornby's Standard 040, shown here. There's Hornby's Pug chassis, shown here. And then there's the Bachmann Percy chassis. This isn't Percy, this is a loco that Bachmann made for the UK market using the Percy mechanism, but it still shows the piston and the wheels and just how nice it looks. The reason I chose this though is if I grab the plan, the Percy chassis fits almost perfectly on Untitled in 8 gauge, so that's why I chose it. And to prove my point, consider I may as well cover the motor fitting here as well. Take off the body shell, because I have been doing a lot of this off camera. That's the Bachmann Percy mechanism underneath the chassis, or underneath the running board. And bring back the plans, measure the buffer beams up together, and yeah, it's dot on. It's actually, my chassis is slightly forward, which I didn't realise. Oh, I can live with that. Yeah, sorry, I can fix that. But yeah, so it's very much the perfect fit. Yeah, so like to talk about motor fitting. See, I had the running board, and then I basically cut a hole out which was measured to the rough base of this. Well, this bit and the bit that holds the wheels in, so I had the wheels as well. And basically I made sure it was all measured up quite nicely, so that it sat in as nice as I could get it. I mean, I've now realised it's a bit wrong, but oh well. The only thing which I've got to do, which I can show you on camera, is sort the back bit out, because it's a bit low. And as you can see there, it's nudging the ring board up whenever it hits that point. So I've got to lower the supports for the back screw holes down. So doing that, what we do, we try and break somewhere. So that's snapped in the middle somewhere. Let's take that off. And then now we've got the pillar, we can try and find a position that we can take off. So that there will do. So just cut that off. That's about a thickness gone. And then we re-glue it back in. So yeah, so now we get the glue, put a blob on the bottom. This is where you put a little blob, not like lashings on this part. It's trial and error as well, a lot of this. It's on there, that's connected up there. That will still hit a bit, but it's better than nothing. At least it won't bounce about like a pea in a frying pan or something. Take thickness off the other side to try and balance it out, providing that it looks unbalanced, which it is unbalanced. Right, and whilst that dries, I'm going to point out something. Whilst fitting the chassis, I had to put the original contacts on, which I glued in there. So they're attached to the chassis block, so I can take the chassis block off entirely and I can run it if need be. But I had trouble getting it working because I thought the motor had gone. The motor's still the original motor that came with the chassis, but yeah, just turned out it was a bit of dirty wheels or something. I don't know, but I soon got it out with the little funk it was in, and then we were good to go. Yeah, that's still going to be a bit bouncy, but I can't really bring it any higher because otherwise the front wheels will look a bit odd. Unless... And this is why you test fit things before you just shove it all together. It's why you also keep an eye out on washers, because they come in handy quite a lot. So, back in a minute. Right, I've done a little bit of stuff to the chassis to make it fit better. So now the wheels are riding just below the running board. It's a bit curvy, but that's because I've not got the body on. Lift them up. Lift it over. And voila. Ooh. That's as far as I'm at the moment.